Welcome to Recovering with Becca, an old school drinker who woke up in her 50s only to discover there is life after the bottle. I'm your host, Becca Jacobson, and this is one girl's opinion on why we should get sober and how to do it. I offer short, daily inspirations for 45-plus professional women who are searching for a solution to uncontrolled drinking. If you're undecided, I'm here to convince you to take the leap, and I'm here to help you along the way. Listen, gals, we've wasted enough time, so join me and my group of amazing women on the thrilling road to recovery. Hi, gals. I'm sitting in my office on campus. There's a picture on the wall here. If I were to take it down and turn it over, I don't have to do this because I know what I would find. And what I would find is written in pencil are the words, "Happy 46th birthday, Mom. Love, Becky and Terrelyn." 1985. And this picture is something that I grabbed after my mom died. I remember buying it. Obviously, I'm Becky. Terrelyn is my stepsister, and I guess she and I decided to invest in this picture alone. I don't remember buying it, but there it is, right? In 1985, I was 20, so I was 20 years old when we bought this. That means my sister was 18, and we were living the wild and crazy 80s life. And when I was 20, it was party, party, party. And I do remember that we bought this picture. It's a lovely little picture. I mean, whatever. It's, a river flowing through some mountains with some trees silhouetted. It's, a lovely little nature picture. Definitely nothing fancy. It's got a sort of plastic frame. We had very little money, but we didn't want to miss our mom's 46th birthday. And kind of hard for me to imagine my mom 46, to be honest, but I guess she was. And I remember thinking how old that was. When you're 20, 46 feels pretty old. But this picture, I put it on the wall here in my office just, I guess to me it's stronger than a picture of her. I don't have a picture of her in here, meaning my ma. I do at home, of course, but this picture might as well be a picture of her, but the things that it makes me think of. So let's just talk about that for a moment. My ma died when she was 62 in 2003. She was 62. I was 38. That's short. That's a short life, I would say. She could have lived a lot longer. I'm intending to. I'm just about 58 now, so I'm just about catching up to where she was when she died. But her life was wasted. It really was. It makes me sad. I don't want to, discount a human being's entire life. There were things about it, obviously, that were good. She had me. She had my siblings. She married my stepdad. But she struggled her entire life with addiction. She didn't drink much. There were a few years in there I remember her drinking, but she threw down the bottle for pills, actually. So in the 70s, when she was a single mom and I was young, she, my biological dad took off and left her with the kids. Actually, on his way out the door, he said, you can do what you want with the girls, but I want my son. That's what he said to her. And she just said, "Touch my son and I'll kill you." She kept us. And went off on her own, or I guess stayed on her own. He left and raised us up. So she was a single mom in the 70s. She worked at BC Tel at the time, it was called BCTEL. No such thing anymore. What does that stand for? British Columbia Telephone. So she was a telephone operator at the time, in the days when there was actually telephone operators sitting there on the other side of the line, taking your number, looking things up, looking up directory, directory assistance and all that, like a real old-fashioned, real heart telephone operator back when they had telephone operators in the 70s. And so, that was a government job because the government owned the telephone company. And so she had, it was a union gig. So she had a pretty decent salary and she was raising us. But I guess the stress, this is right. And not only that, my mom had undiagnosed bipolar. She was raised in an orphanage in South Africa, and the story gets more and more complicated as I go along. But to stay on, the point here is, I guess she went to the doctor and, I'm stressed, I can't sleep, all this. And in the 70s, the answer to that was they just gave everyone Valium. Oh, here, have some Valium. They give her Valium. And, the Rolling Stones made a song about it. The Mother's Little Helper. Go listen to that song by the Rolling Stones. That's exactly what it was about. Go running to the shelter of Mother's Little Helper was women addicted to pills to keep them going, right? And so from Valium, when she got the Valium in the 70s, she never stopped taking pills until the day she died in 2003 at 62. And I guess it just felt so good. She had, like me, an addictive personality, and that was it. Her life from then on relied on having a pill to pop. Of course, she didn't stay just with Valium. She ended up getting other kinds of pills and different this. I remember the whole era when she was running to every doctor in town. We lived in a fairly small enough city, and there was no computers that she would go from doctor to doctor to doctor to pharmacy to pharmacy to pharmacy. When I got into my teens, she taught me what to say to the doctor so I could get her prescriptions for her. I'd go into the pharmacy and fill them. Like, it was this whole bizarre, right? And so she, at 62, she died, and she never, ever got off of the pills. She never got free. She never got what I have right now, and I've only had it for 4 years. My life was very similar up until 4 years ago. I was a binge drinking. I also liked my pills. I haven't talked much about that, but I had my own addictions there, which are also now gone, thank God. But I look at this picture and I think what a waste. She did things. She did. It's not like her whole life was wasted, but here's the point. She never got free and happy. Like she was never had any peace. It was a constant struggle. When she died, she was still, struggling with bouts of depression and up and down and this and that. And my mother was never, ever contented. I think that's pretty sad. I really do. And what I have found, what I have today, is something she never experienced. Not only do I not have to drink or use any pills of any kind, but I don't suffer from ups and downs because I have strategies that I know how to use, and I have a support system. I am not sitting here telling you that I never go up and down. I'm a human being, but I know how to handle these ups and downs. I have my meditation practice, my community of my people in my life that help me. And I know what it feels like to wake up in the morning and feel at peace. Okay, you know what? I got this. I don't have to use any booze today. I don't have to use any drugs today. I can move forward despite difficulties. Whatever is going to come, I know I can handle it because I have the tools. And that is what I want to help give to you. When I think of my mom, basically she is who I think of as the woman that I want to help today, except she's not my mom, obviously. But, you know, she was only 62 when she died. And I have clients that are older than that. My clients are mature women, 45 plus, because I think of her. And I'm like, she never had that. She never had anyone like me. I mean, I couldn't have done it then. I was 38 when she died, and I was on a massive drinking binge. She never saw me sober, right? So if you're struggling, I want to help. And that's one of the many reasons why I have worked so hard over the last 4 years to find an easy path to freedom for women like us. Thanks for listening, gals. Sending you love and always rooting for you. Bye for now. Thanks for joining me. If you know someone in need of inspiration, don't forget to share and make sure you're following and subscribed so that we can get together every day for short inspirations. Let's make this happen. Bye for now.